All righty, we're live, folks. We're live. Yeah, gonna be
Stage.
sharing it.
And
Gonna be
we're going
sharing
live.
on here. Moore's Indigenous to
Live.
America, but boy,
Screen. Alrighty,
see how
we're
the
live,
discussion is
folks.
gonna
We're
go on
live.
here. Can I? I'm a large the screen.
Yeah, gonna
No,
be sharing it. Gonna be
That's how-
sharing
that's how
on
large the
here.
screen goes.
Moore's
Jeez.
Indigenous to America, boy. See how the discussion is gonna go on here. And
It's gonna be different
I'm a
than
large on the
your
screen.
usual live.
No,
Uh,
that's how large the screen goes. Jeez.
see how people hop in space. I think that's
gonna be
the
different
what's
than
up, Mark? How you
your
doing?
usual live.
How are you doing? Because Moore's been trying to argue me down all fucking week, dude.
I think that's the thing about what's up, Lauren? How you doing?
Yeah, the dirty Moore, yeah.
How are you doing? Because Moore's been trying to argue me down all fucking week, dude.
Hold on, bro. You been going back and forth.
That's why I
with
made
the
them.
boys?
That's
Yeah,
why I
the
made
dirty
the
Moore,
That's why I made them polls, yo. I'm about to show you. I'm about
Bro, I don't even. They in the same boat with the Pan Africans, bro. I don't even go back and forth with them, bro.
That's why I made them. That's why I made the. That's why I made them polls, yo. I'm about to show you.
Oh
God,
Joe.
grandmama said you was a Moor.
Then we were called Moors, brother. Indian was substituted for Moor, brother.
I want one of them to tell me that. Just like which one of their grandmamas told them they were African.
Oh God, Joe. Then we were called Moors, brother. Indian was substituted for Moor, brother.
This should be unhinged.
You need to claim your true national heritage, brother.
Like who has the worst? Who has the worst pseudo history?
Heritage, Morocco.
the Pan Africans, the Moorish, quote unquote,
this should be unhinged, man.
This should be worshippers.
Like who has the worst pseudo history, Babel? the Pan Africans, the Moorish, quote unquote, Americans, or the McGraw-Hill worshippers.
Hey, I call them boys the McGraw-Hillites. If they do things for me, bring the point by me, the McGraw-Hillites. I ain't gonna lie. Because everybody get indoctrinated with that joke. I ain't gonna say the McGraw-Hill.
Yo, look at all this pseudo shit. Hold on, I'm about to share all the goddamn pseudo shit. I can't share this on live, but all this damn pseudo shit show. Oh yeah, with this. Well, I already know you gonna be chill, Jordan.
Boy, yo, look at all this pseudo shit. I'm about to share all the goddamn pseudo shit. I can't share this on the damn live, but all this damn pseudo shit, show.
I will cut this.
Oh
shit.
yeah, with this. I already know you gonna be chill, Jordan, but yeah, I don't want. I know how wild Twitter Spaces get. I don't want no wild shit because this is going on YouTube. I will cut this. I will cut this shit.
I wish I could.
Keep the wild shit to a minimum, please.
I wish. Hold on, I should be able. Yeah, without leaving the space.
The Indian is a slave.
I can show this on the live. Moorish flag inside the Indian Museum.
I wish I could show. Hold on. Hold on. I should be able. Yeah, without leaving the space. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can show this on the live. Moorish flag inside the Indian Museum.
For sure.
Man, you wanna know the crazy part? The thing is, when they was using the term Moor,
like these motherfuckers making the YouTube page. Yo, I'm posting all this shit.
They said Moor is. They didn't call us Moors.
For sure.
Like, bro, what does it do with talking about, bro?
Like these motherfuckers making the YouTube page. Yo, I'm posting all this shit I've been told.
Nigga posting the video. Let me see.
I'm about to start calling them boys Arabs. No,
I'm
just like the West Africans. That's what we do.
Yeah, share this video. I'm posting all the stuff.
Am I still? Yeah, I'm still on it. Nigga posting the video. Let me see. I'm about to
in the jumbo.
I'm about to share this video. I'm posting all the stuff that they done said to me. In the jumbo.
Yeah,
and then the shit that Africans were in America first.
Shout out to Black Idaho. Sister Lauren now and brother Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy.
And then the shit that Africans were in America first. Like nigga, shut up.
There wasn't no such thing as an African to the late 1600s.
Yeah, for sure.
I tell them that every time when they said that. Oh, well, they brought enslaved Africans. the original translation said Negroes,
like they got the shit in the CDC, right? They got them more as a American Indian tribe in the CDC, right?
So,
but it's the same CDC that classifies them as the other race. I was like, how the fuck does that work?
More, like they got the shit in the CDC, right? Right. They got them more as a American Indian tribe in the CDC, right? But it's the same CDC that classifies them as the other race. I was like, how the fuck does that work, dude? Like that shit crazy.
Yeah, they lost their ever loving minds. That's all that is.
Like, how does that shit work? Oh, that shit don't sound nasty on YouTube. I just muted myself on goddamn. I forgot to mute myself on StreamYard. That shit said, "What's up, man? If y'all want to come up, request the mic. Yeah, y'all can come up if y'all request the mic. Hoping the beginning wasn't ridiculous. This doesn't sound ridiculous, but yeah. MERS. More MERS predates Indian. No, what the fuck it does not. Yeah. You want to say, hey, because ain't no way Greeks are older than goddamn Algonquins and shit. Hell no. Nah. You ain't about to tell me that. That is not true. Moorish American means blah blah blah. Now they gotta take themselves back. They gotta take themselves back so goddamn far, yo. That shit is ridiculous. How far they gotta take themselves back to connect themselves to America. Oh yeah, we come from Atlantis, brother. Mauritania, brother. Ain't no map of Atlantis. Ain't no old ass map of Atlantis showing no parts of Africa or the Eastern Hemisphere. It all shows America. Mauritania was not in America, so cut it out. Mauritania was not in America, so cut that out. You know, should be crazy, yeah. Dang, what's up about? Let me upload a video. Actually, I might upload a video to Twitter. But yeah, these Moors just be babbling. I'm about to go all in the jumbo. I'm gonna show all the jumbo. This is just some more. This is some more stuff. Indian is a slave name. Like, dude, Moor would be a slave name too, because they in Negro Act, Virginia, 1680, classifies Moors as North African Muslims. As North African Muslims. In Louisiana, the people that were not the Nard people, right? Those would be your Moors in Louisiana slave registries. So it is brought over here as slaves, dude. Some of them may have been free white people, like in South Carolina, but they were free white people in South Carolina. Hold on, my bad. Typing right now. But yeah, just scroll. Let me just keep scrolling and sharing these Moorish babble, this Moorish babble with the Jumbotron. People probably watching.
I ain't gonna lie, just as bad as the Pan Africans. They'll be trying to pass on that you came from Egypt, goofy behind John.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't no better than that. Honestly. Let me see. So I was going at it for a few days with them people. Yeah, Moors in Tuscaloosa. Babble. The Moors are in Alabama. How? How are the Moors in Alabama?
You just hate your Moroccan roots, brother.
Like, you're calling yourself African American. Like, hello? You're saying your nationality is from another goddamn country.
Well, the Morocco over here in America is older than the country of Morocco.
Okay. Okay. Mass and my mass migration. All right. I gotta scroll past this goddamn African that like trolling. You need that. Granada. Granada was first. I had to cook them with the okay. What about indigo? That's actually in the language. That's not Greek. Oh yeah. This pseudo ass boy. This pseudo ass source too. Oh my gosh. Oh look and read, nigga. Like that. That's the wrong. That is not the real source. Lock gov. I could post a reference to that book they talking about, and they don't say none of that. Huh?
I'm about to get last one left, bro. Cause he done ran down plenty of Moors already. And I know he got everything on them. I'm about to see if I get last one left with her.
Right, yeah, that man, them Moors are pseudo. Man, I've been dealing with them since Clubhouse. That's when I really came across Moors, like on Clubhouse. That shit crazy. Hey yo. Oh, people lucky this on YouTube. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna say that. I know that. Yeah, I know that ain't who I think it is, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it on the. Because I don't want to shut this down yet. I don't want to shut down the live yet. So. But yeah, that shit pseudo. Like dealing with them in Clubhouse. That's when I first came across like that more science stuff. Cause he was cool at this one more. He was alright at first. He liked to argue a lot with people. I was like, he was calling Africans Roman slaves and all types of things. I was, all right, Joe, you kind of offensive. You doing a lot right now. Like you doing.
I think it's like one more on this out. Well, I ain't seen him on here in a minute, and he Haitian, but he a Haitian descent, but he do the whole Moors thing. But I don't know.
I was about to say he might actually have Spanish admixture. So I'm like, if people got Spanish and Portuguese admixture, ain't really much to argue with them about. Like they got that shit in them. But yeah, if they ain't Spanish or like Portuguese or like whatever of that stock, like I don't know, yeah, because all Europeans weren't Moors. Like, I don't care if they were swarthy or not, they all weren't Moors. So yeah, whatever. I forgot what other, but man, yeah, we got a lengthy discussion about that. Moors. Oh yeah, I was dealing with Africans too. Who got the who got the who got the worst babble? But I think that's it. Let me show these tweets I showed on the stream. Yeah, the Moors came with Christopher Columbus. They were called Moranos. Because if you look right here, a Morano is in his etymology a Jew or Moor in Spain who, to avoid persecution, publicly professed conversion to Christianity while privately continuing the practice and beliefs of their old religion. And they're saying right here in the source itself, it talks about they're speculating if Christopher Columbus was a Morano, but they for sure say that he was with Moranos when they came over. So what else? What does this source say? We were like ain't nobody called themselves Moors collectively. PM. What is this guy saying on goddamn Instagram? But yeah, let me go through these sources real quick. Really showing out point blah blah blah. But yeah, this is the CDC. What classifies Moors as a race, right? Moor is some other race. That's because when you talk about the Moors, the Delaware Moors, quote unquote, right? The Delaware Moors is basically another name for Melungeon. They're a triracial or a mixed group of people that have Portuguese, maybe African, and Lenni Lenape admixture. That's when they refer to Moors in that legal sense. That's what they're talking about. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing that is really spontaneous or really that detonates or denotes that.
That's what the age of Aquarius is about. Blackfoot, Chickasaw, Choctaw.
Another nail in the coffin. This damn video. Let me see. Let people hear this pseudo shit. Oh, it's not playing because I'm in the space. I can't play the audio because I'm in the space right now. He tried to say that. He tried to say that the Moor in Egypt, which means high priest of Anu. High priest of Anu meaning they were in the cult of Anubis, or if they had a deity. The Egyptians have a deity named Anu.
All of Europe, and we're talking. Hold on 1 second. It's not coming down here. So we're talking all of Europe, right, the West, and then we're talking about Northern Africa. So we're going back to like the Arab conquest, all of this stuff, going way, way back then to antiquity, right? When it comes to these terms, because the word Moor is still based on one of these Romance languages, Roman, Greek, English, whatever. So, from my understanding, is the European, right? We call them the white man, whatever. The European, the lighter, really lighter people, they would have understood darker, melaninated people as being Moors. So when we go back to colonization here on the North American continent, if we go to Webster's dictionary, 1828, we can look up that word American. So it describes an American as copper-colored people. So the indigenous people from the North American continent would have been copper-colored, would have had melanin in their skin versus all these, let's just call them white people, less melanin, coming over here and migrating over here. So when they would have sold these indigenous people to the North American continent, they would have referred to them as Moors. Now that's my understanding of how that came about.
All right, appreciate it. And what the fuck was I at? The fucking laptop didn't even get me.
You was looking at some pseudo intellect stuff.
All right, man, for sure. Appreciate that. I can see them doing that. Because my laptop fucking died. That shit pissed me off. Go ahead, Georgia.
I'm about to say, I can see them coming over here and calling niggas Moors and shit. Niggas ain't no fucking Moors. Yeah, I think they did. I think that was a turn that they did about a lot of melanated folks over there in Europe.
Yeah, because it was just synonymous. It became synonymous with Negro. That's what. Yeah, it's just synonymous with Negro and stuff. Like, I gotta get back on Instagram.
Well, the Europeans' way of understanding Moors would have been anyone melanated. So it didn't matter if you came from the Middle East, it didn't matter if you came from Africa, or it didn't matter if you came from the North American continent. Because you had the melanin, because there is melanin, a higher traces of melanin in these people, these white Europeans or these Caucasians or whatever names you want to give these people, they would have recognized anyone with more melanin than them as being a Moor.
Right, for sure. They just wanted to group us. Okay, yeah, I'm back on Instagram. Yeah, like it usually this laptop battery sucks. Just to put that out there. But yeah, I'm back on live, I don't know what people were talking about right now. Yeah, I was about to say, got 92. All right, so I was showing, okay, I was here. So yeah, this dude was saying how Moor in Egypt, which is goddamn, which means high priest of Anu, which would be Anubis. They were in the cults of Anubis. That's who they worship, which is Anubis. They are priests in that cult, right? I was like, mines are older. Mines, and then tribes here in the Americas are older than Egypt. Like I don't. So that's basically how I retorted that. Mine's about 40,000 years old.
Egypt is here. It's on the North American continent.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
And that
shit's pseudo too.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is. Who called themselves Egyptians over here?
Yeah, that's another made up name, right? The Egyptians.
Who called themselves Cometians over here?
Phoenicians? Nobody would have called
Cometians. I say Cometians, not Phoenicians.
I'm sorry, I heard. Nobody would have called them anything over here. They would have called whatever tribes or whatever lineage they came from. Like all these classifications and all that. That's all done under the guise of the church.
Yeah, but what tribes would have referred like? Oh, I have yet to hear an oral tradition like, oh, we were Egyptians from any goddamn tribe.
Well, no, the concepts and ideas of Egypt are flipped around because the North American continent, especially going back to Tartaria and doing all of this stuff, goes back way older than the continent of Africa. Because now we're going back to, like, let's just say, right? Because this is all speculation anyway. So if we're going
this why be speculation. That's what it is called, speculation. Let America be America. That shit disingenuous. Tired of hearing that shit, honestly. Like for real. Like this shit get annoying, yeah. Let America be America. Americans called themselves Americans before anybody got over here. Like they ain't call themselves Egyptians, they ain't call themselves Moors, they ain't call themselves Israelites. They called themselves by their tribes. Indian, they called themselves Indian. Algonquins called themselves Indians. And then other tribes called themselves whatever they called themselves. Like they had different names for whatever described the indigenous people here. The Ojibwe or Indian. The Powhatan, Lenape. Like it's different things. Just let America be America. Let America rock out. And there's different pronunciations for American.
Well, and the Americas are just basically continents, right? Everyone that's born on America, not saying that they're indigenous, but everyone born on either continent is an American.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. They're citizens of the United States or whatever country they're in.
Well, the United States is not a country.
It's a corporation. They're citizens of the U.S. corporation. That sounds better to you.
Well, that's exactly what it is, right? It's defined in law that way.
Hold on, let me address this. I mean, just because somebody travels somewhere doesn't make them that part of that place. People trade all the goddamn. Hold on, I'm not talking to you. People trade all the goddamn time. That doesn't mean I could go trade with someone in China. Do I become Chinese because I brought an artifact from America to China?
Yeah, but see, the word citizen means you owe an oath or an allegiance to something. So anyone who's a citizen of whatever they are a citizen of is now a member. So the United States is defined in law as a federal corporation. It's located in D.C. It's not a state. It's not a union.
Yeah, but see, that's but that's the problem with nation states, is that it somehow got conflicted with indigeneity of particular land masses. I can become a citizen in China if I tried hard enough, but does that make me Chinese?
No, it makes you a citizen of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we shouldn't conflate nation states to indigeneity of particular land masses.
Right. So anyone who is a citizen doesn't have nationality. They're basically stateless. So the word stateless means anyone that doesn't have nationality or belong to a nation. Right? That's what stateless means. So anyone who has a citizenship, they belong to that federal corporation. The United States is a federal corporation. London City is a federal corporation. The Vatican is a federal corporation. These are all federal corporations. So if anyone is a citizen, the word citizen refers to a city. A city refers to Rome. So anyone who's a citizen is a citizen of Rome. And we can know that by the birth certificate. Because that's a Roman Catholic
the only reason why I'm going to push back on that is because what people don't understand, and they often conflate, is that the rise of state capitalism and the nation state came through communism, even America. So how can you say it's applied to Rome? Like I give you that some of the ideas came from Rome, but post Stalin is when this rise of this state capitalist. I mean, even the Chinese are now state capitalists. Like paradigm that we exist in today came. It was post Stalin. It's not post Rome.
So, and I will say this: if folks are going to say Moors ain't from America and this ain't Morocco, give that same respect, give that same sentiment to Egyptians. If we ain't Egyptians and this ain't Egypt, if this ain't, because you open that bag of saying American is Egypt, what stops them more from saying more America's Morocco? What stops them from saying that?
Please, let's not.
Well, it is Morocco because you can tell it's Morocco. Well, you can go back to the treaty. Well, here.
Which one? The Treaty of Tripoli? I bet.
No. Let's
Which one?
Let's rock with the Treaty of Peace and Friendship.
Yeah, the Treaty of Tripoli. I'm about to pull it up. Bet.
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna do another.
Wait. Is that? Whoa. Wait, is that treaty where they sit there and try to say that Moroccan citizens on American territory have some kind of special power?
No. The peace, the treaty between Morocco and the United States.
I'm about to pull that shit up. We gonna read that shit. We gonna read it line by line.
I hope it's not that same one I'm thinking it is.
But wait, hold on. If you're reading the Treaty of Tripoli, that wasn't signed on the Delaware River. We got to go to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between Morocco's and the United States, right?
Yeah, but that's moot because at best all you can say is that you're a Moroccan citizen when you going home.
Hold on.
When you going home?
Let's just read
for sure.
if we read this treaty.
Yeah, we about to go line by line. I got it.
Yeah, but get high. I think you're deliberately leaving a part out. Like
no. Let me finish.
Hold on, because the only reason that treaty would make any relevant sense is if you're a non-citizen national. In which case, all they have to do is pose you a threat. You're under the Department of the State, which technically the government does not even have to listen to the Department of the State. And hence, your ass can get extradited. You can just be out, gone, peace. They don't. Yeah. So why they adhere to such a treaty? Even if I gave you that doesn't stop them from deporting your ass and saying you're a problem.
Okay, so if we read this treaty,
yeah, I'm about. Hold on, I got it. We about to go line by line. We about to go line by line. Hold on. We about to go line by line. Yeah, you can go ahead. After that, I'm about to read the damn treaty.
So this treaty, it's about Morocco is allowing, giving permission to the United States to use Morocco's waterways. It's all about the waterways. Okay, so now if we go to the country, Morocco's over there on the continent of Africa, what we know today to be, there's no waterway because Morocco's has either the Mediterranean or it has the Atlantic. There's no waterways anywhere in that country. So we're talking about waterways. That whole treaty is only expressing that Morocco's is allowing the United States access to its waterways. So now that thing was signed on the Delaware River, right? So the Delaware River is a waterway. That waterway, when you go north, hits up to the Great Lakes. And from there, you can come down the Mississippi and you can come down the Hudson. You can literally get to almost 60% of this country through the Delaware.
All right, bet. I got it pulled up now. It's in the jumbo. The other link is yeah. I got this straight from the goddamn U.S. archives. All right. The Moroccan-American Treaty of Peace and Friendship, June 28, 1786. This treaty is this is the Treaty of Peace and Friendship established between us and the United States of America, which is confirmed and which have ordered and written the book and sealed with our royal seat at our court of Morocco in the 25th day of the blessed month of Shaban in the year of 1200. All right, trust in God, it will remain permanent. 1, we declare that both parties have agreed that this treaty is consistent of 25 articles shall be inserted in this book, delivered to the Honorable Thomas Barclay, the agent of the United States at our court, with the prohibition it has been made and who is duty authorized on their part to treat with us concerning all matters contained therein. All right, 2. So that's 1. That's the first article. 2. If either of the parties shall be at war with any nation whatever, the other party shall not take a commission from the enemy nor fight under their colors. All right. So they can't fight against each other. That's the second one. The third one, if either party shall be at war with any nation whatever and take prize belonging to the nation, there shall be found on board of subjects or effects belonging to either of the parties. The subject shall be set at liberty and effects returned to the owners. And if any goods belonging to any nation with whom either party shall be at war shall be loaded on a vessel belonging to other parties, they shall pass free and unmolested without any attempt being made to take or detain them. So whatever happens, they can't detain each other, basically.
Free passage. That's free passage on any vessel. Just like
all right, free passage on any vessel. Cool. Amazing. 4, a signal or pass shall be given to all vessels belonging to both parties, by which they are to be known when they meet at sea, and if the commander of a ship or of war or of either party shall have other ships under his convoy, the declaration of the commander shall be alone sufficient, exempt any of them from examination. All right. Still looking for where it says what you talking about. All right, 5.
It's talking about ships. It's talking about waterways.
I can read. I can read. Okay, I just read. I can read.
We're talking about waterways. Where are the waterways in Morocco?
Where does it state that we're talking about waterways in Morocco? We're talking about the treaty.
Yeah, the treaty is between Morocco's and the United States, just like it says. Right?
It's did you know they're talking about any waterway? You know they're talking about any waterway, right?
Any waterway on the planet?
Do ships go through one waterway?
Waterways are property in their own, like the Gaza Canal, like the Panama Canal.
We're not talking about waterway. We're talking about ships.
Yeah,
do ships travel on one waterway? Yes or no?
They travel through many different boundaries, just like we travel through many different boundaries. And that thing was signed on the Delaware River, explaining to the United States that the United States has these powers and authorities and guarantees to do this on their waterways.
Okay. And do ships travel on more than one waterway? Yes or no?
That has nothing to do with this.
Yes, treaty. It does. We're talking about ships and vessels. That's what the treaty just said. Ships and vessels.
Correct. Now, let me ask you this. Where are the waterways in the country of Morocco?
We're not talking about the waterways in Morocco. We're talking about ships and vessels. That's what the treaty just said.
The treaty,
and it literally starts everything in any vessel. Like, so where I don't understand how that conflation.
Vessel is a ship.
Are you riding boats, sir? Like, what are we talking about here?
What are we talking? Yeah, let me continue on. But we at 6 or 5. Okay, 5. If either of the parties shall be at war and shall meet a vessel at sea belonging to the other, it is agreed that the examination is to be made. It shall be done by sending a boat with 2 or 3 men only. If any gun shall be fired and any injury done without reason, the offending party shall make good all damages. So they're gonna have to. It's gonna be consequences basically. They can't harm each other when they check them damn boats. 6. If any more shall bring citizens of the United States or their effects to His Majesty, the citizens shall be immediately set at liberty and effects restored in like manner. If any more not a subject of those dominions shall make prize of any citizens of America or their effects and bring them into any port of His Majesty, shall be immediately released, as they will be considered as under His Majesty's protection. Now, okay, so they're protected people. 7. If any vessel of either party shall be put into a port of the other and have occasion for provisions or other supplies, they shall be furnished without any interruption or molestation. 8. If any vessels of the United States shall meet with a disaster at sea and put into one of our ports to repair, she shall be at liberty and come to land and reload her cargo without paying any duty whatever. So they can freely do that. 9. If any vessel of the United States shall be cast on shore on any part of our coast, she shall remain at the disposition of the owners, and no one shall attempt going near her without their approbation, as she is then considered particularly under our protection. If any vessel of the United States shall be forced to put into our ports by stress of weather or otherwise, she shall not be compelled to land her cargo, but still remain in tranquility until the commander shall think the proper to proceed on his voyage. 10. If any vessels of either party shall have an engagement with a vessel belonging to any of the Christian powers within gunshot of ports of the other, the vessel shall engage, so engaged shall be defended and protected as much as possible until she is in safety. If any American vessel shall be cast on the shore of the coast of Wadnoon or any coast thereabout, the people belonging to her shall be protected and assisted until, by the help of God, they shall be sent to their country. So let's see where Wadnoon is. That's important. Wadnoon. Wadnoon's in Morocco. Wow, that's a waterway. I thought there was no waterways in Morocco.
No, I didn't say that. I said go find the waterways in Morocco, and you know what? You're not gonna.
It's in the goddamn treaty.
Yeah, there's also other waterways in the treaties too. You're not looking at those waterways, right? Like the number 1 waterway is the Delaware River, where it was signed by the.
Then why? Hold on, I have yet to see the Delaware River yet in this treaty. I seen Wadnoon though. That's in Morocco.
All right, go ahead, continue reading.
Hold on. Was I on 10 or 11? Jesus. All right, 10, I think. Yeah, I'm on 10. If any vessel of either party shall have an engagement with a vessel belonging to any of the Christian power. I already read this. All right, 11. If we shall be at war with any Christian power and any of our vessels sails from the ports of the United States, no vessel belonging to the enemy shall follow until 24 hours after the departure of our vessels, and the same regulations shall be observed toward American vessels sailing from our ports, be their enemies Moors or Christians. Okay. 12. If any ship of war belonging to the United States shall be put into any of our ports, she shall not be examined on any pretense whatever, even though she should have fugitive slaves on board. nor shall the governor or commander of the place compel them to be brought on the shore under any pretext, nor any require any payment for them. 13. If a ship of war of either party shall put into a port of the other and salute, it shall be returned from the fort with an equal number of guns, not with more or less. 14. The commerce with the United States shall be on the same footing as is the commerce with Spain, or that is the most favored nation for the time being, and their citizens shall be respected and esteemed and have full liberty to pass and repass our country and seaports whenever they please without interruption. Oh, more Moroccan waterways, by the way. Their seaports. 16. In case of war between the parties, the prisoners are not to be made slaves, but to be exchanged for another. Captain for captain, officer for officer, and one private man for another. If there shall prove a deficiency on either side, it shall be made up by the payment of 100 Mexican dollars for each person wanting. And it is agreed that all prisoners shall be exchanged in 12 months from the time they were being taken in. And that exchange may be effected by merchant or any other person authorized by either of the parties. 17. Merchants shall not be compelled to buy or sell any kinds of goods, but such as they shall think proper, and may buy or sell all sorts of merchandise, but such are prohibited to the other Christian nations. 18. All goods shall be weighed and examined before they are sent on board to avoid all detention of vessels. No examination shall be made after, unless it shall be first proved that contraband goods have been sent on board, in which the case the persons who took the contraband goods on board shall be punished according to the uses and customs of the country, and no other person whatever shall be injured, nor shall the ship or cargo incur any penalty or damage whatever. 19. No vessel shall be detained in port on any pretense whatever, nor obliged to take on board any article without consent of the commander. We shall be at full liberty to agree for the freight of any goods he takes on board. 20. If any of the citizens of the United States or any persons under their protection shall have any disputes with each other, the council shall decide between the parties whenever the council shall require any aid or assistance from our government to enforce his decisions. It shall be immediately granted to him. 21. If a citizen of the United States shall kill or wound a Moor, or on the contrary, if a Moor shall kill or wound a citizen of the United States, law of the country shall take place and equal justice shall be rendered to the council assisting at the tyro. If any delinquent shall make his escape, the council shall not be answerable for him in any manner whatever. 22. If any American citizen shall die in our country and no will shall appear, the council shall take possession of his effects. If there shall be no council, the effects shall be deposited in the hands of some person worthy of trust until the party shall appear whose right to demand them. But if the heir to the person decrease the deceased be present, the property shall be delivered to him without interruption. If a will shall appear, the property shall descend agreeable to that will as soon as the council shall declare the validity thereof. 23. The councils of the United States shall reside in any seaports of our dominions, that they shall think proper, they shall be respected and enjoy privileges with the councils of any nation enjoy. If any of the citizens of the United States shall contract any debts or engagement, the council shall not be in any manner accountable for them, unless he shall have permission in writing for payment or fulfilling thereof, without which promise in writing no application to him for any redress shall be made. 24. If any differences shall arise by either party infringing on any articles of this treaty, peace and harmony shall remain notwithstanding in fullest force until friendly application shall be made for an arrangement until the application shall be rejected. No appeal shall be made to arms, and if the war shall break out between parties, 9 months shall be granted to all subjects of both parties to dispose of their effects and retire with their property. And it is further declared that whatever indulges in trade or otherwise shall be granted to any Christian powers, the citizens of the United States shall be equally entitled to them. 25. The treaty shall come into full force with the help of God for 50 years. We will have delivered this book into the hands of the before mentioned Thomas Barclay on the first day of the blessed month of Ramadan in the year 1200. I certify that the annex is a true copy of the translation made by Isaac Cordoza Nunes, interpreter at Morocco, of the treaty between Emperor of Morocco and the United States. All right, we read all that. Nowhere did it say anything about the goddamn Delaware River, and nowhere did it. Oh, he's gone? Wow.
Whoa, I didn't even get to the good part because that treaty is 1782. The problem is that the context of the Moor that people would have been talking about is 1492 up to 1682, where you know that they were all called Negro, right? Like, so, and then I'll read this one passage too. And this is like in 1539, right? It goes, thus the demagogy, let me see, the demagogy in architecture can be used to highlight the way in which the Spanish treated Moors and Indians as the same race. But this was in the 1500s. And then furthermore, you see it again in Virginia slave law, like where there was like Moors, Indians, mulattoes, they were merged. The completion of that merger happened way before that treaty. So you at that point you wouldn't have been talking about the same people. You'd have been talking about them pale skinned Moroccans. So like I don't understand like how they put all that shit to like you know what I mean? Like if I can understand if it was a treaty made prior to that, but then the problem becomes this government was made in 1776. So you see what I'm saying? Like there's no way you can make this shit make sense, bro. It's just not logical.
Good shit. Hey, peace, y'all. My bad. Wasn't even paying attention to my phone. I was reading that treaty. Peace.
Thank you. I am so happy. We've been saying this for so long. Would people just read? Because when they were, no one reads the treaty, but they claim the treaty is what gives Moors some kind of legitimacy to American nationality and land and all this. And no, that's never it. They were dealing with pirates. I've always said the Moors were the Uber drivers. And for a while, they had a monopoly on piracy. And they were cock blocking people's trade routes. And when everyone started fighting in Europe, each other, right? Portugal, Spain, France, everyone's fighting, right, to colonize. They came up in the business. They had a monopoly on piracy. They were disturbing everything. And then it wasn't until the knockoff pirates, right? The runaway slaves, the runaway indentured servants started their piracy in the Caribbean, but the original pirates were the fucking Moors. And that's what these treaties were about. These treaties were about stop pirating our goods. The Barbary Wars was from 1801 to 1805, and then again from 1815 to 1816, because everyone was breaking their fucking treaties and everyone was being a pirate. And that's what caused the USA to create their own navy, because everyone had been scared of the queen, the king. Was it the king? It was the king's navy. Great Britain. Everyone was scared of their navy. And this piracy that the Moors initially had a monopoly on was the reason why the US created their navy. And this treaty is nothing more than a treaty against pirates who were messing up the US's flow of commerce when it came up through the Mediterranean. Ain't nobody said shit about no land in America. It was like, back up off our ships. When they come in, if we at war and our ship is fucked up and it comes into one of your ports, do not take our goods and services and people and slaves off our ships. Leave our shit alone. If we find your shit, we gonna leave your shit alone. That's what the treaty says. That's it, and that's all.
Thank you. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, I was trying to come up on stage and tell that dumbass dude that the Strait of Gibraltar is a waterway controlled by Morocco, and it was exclusively controlled by Morocco during that time. So, like Yaya said, the treaty of peace and friendship had nothing to do with anything in America. It was about piracy, and we know this because I was in the military, so our history goes over all of the fucking shit. Even the Marine Corps song was like "To the Shores of Tripoli." Like the fuck, they were fighting pirates. The U.S. Marine Corps, when it was initially established, was an anti-piracy organization. The U.S. Navy was an anti-piracy organization, but they were also pirates themselves. But you know what I'm saying? Because the U.S. Navy and the Marines, they were going down and raiding Barbados and the Caribbean to gain supplies and ammunition because they had none. You know what I'm saying? So this was all about piracy in the beginning. It had nothing to do with no motherfucking shit over here. And yesterday I had to get into an argument with somebody because he wanted to tell me that more means America. I'm just like, no, the fuck it doesn't.
Al Morocco, ain't brother. Al Morocco.
Hey, Darby, ain't no motherfucking Moors on these land patents. Okay?
Oh, God.
There may be some Moore Moors, the family Moor, but there ain't no goddamn North African pirates on these land patents.
You know yeah, I don't know. Like, make sure y'all fill out them. Y'all do that poll. Who has the worst history babble? Pseudo history babble. Moors, Pan Africans, or what? McGraw Hill worshippers.
All three.
I marked all of the above.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All three, because them motherfuckers do not have any context of time when they're talking about history, bro. The shit's like I don't even know how they put it together. It's like some jigsaw puzzle.
I was gonna put the Israelites, but they don't be messing with us like that. So I was like, I'm gonna leave them alone. They ain't bothering nobody right now. So, but yeah, the Moorsmen. I done seen what they got the Moroccan flag on the Indian in the Indian statue. I was like, what? I was like, that's a flag with a goddamn star in the goddamn middle. It's like 3 flags with that.
What I will say is that are Moors indigenous to America? Possibly, but not in the sense that they try to portray it. The only way you would say they were indigenous is because, far as foreigners were concerned, they constantly got lumped in with the indigenous, and then when you get to the American government, they lumped them in with the slaves. So if you want to go from that route and that argument, I would be like, okay, but that's not the argument they made.
Nah, they want to say I done heard what? I done heard a lot of shit. What Arawak is Arabic, Algonquin is Arabic. I heard like Algonquin comes from the Arabic script. I even talked to someone. I think I was talking to a North African. I asked him about that. He was like, "Nah, like the owl makes a different sound in Arabic than it does in Algonquin." So he's like, "That shit's pseudo."
Wait. But isn't Algonquin older than Arabic? So
yes.
How does that even work? Like, bro, do they even hear themselves? Like, this shit's crazy, bro.
Linguistically similar. That's all. It's linguistically similar. These goddamn pseudo ass Moors talking about Algonquin comes from some goddamn Arabic, Alabama, like that's pseudo ass.
Oh my god, bro!
Let me pull. I got a reference. I got a book fucking reference. I forgot. Let me go on this shit, yo. Everand. I read this whole goddamn book on here.
And scholars have already pointed out that more family trees, particularly if you're talking about like I say the millennia of 1K to 2K, came out of America than any other place in the world. Like more language trees. Like
for sure.
So like to me, in the most widespread languages also have come from America. So like from a linguistic standpoint, what does that tell you? Like, you know what I mean? It kind of speaks for itself, the origins of language, if you ask me, especially when the oldest proof of civilization is a mummy that comes out of Nevada. So I don't know. Just some things you just want to add logic to. You know what I mean? It just makes fucking sense.
Yeah. Let me address the Instagram comments. I am not on Clubhouse. I am on Twitter. But yeah, man, this is let me see all the shit they didn't claimed. I just got one book alone. 2 books alone, actually. All that pseudo shit that came from this Moorish babble. Let me see. And it's mixing the goddamn dope. More. Atlantis. Moors are from Atlantis. That's one. Because of Mauritania. The Mauritania is apparently Atlantis, but all the maps show goddamn America.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out when did the Morocco ever been compared to Atlantis? Like whoever made that correlation? Like what scholar? Because like I know Plato said the Americas was Atlantis. Like there's several like great people that said that, but like who ever said it about Morocco? Like ever?
More they say about Mauritania, the King Atlas story. They say he was the king of Mauritania as well. They don't do Morocco, but they say Mauritania, and Moors in its etymology means inhabitant of Mauritania. But yeah, it's still what you just said still checks out. They try to claim they're from the land of Mu.
The only problem with that is if you ever read stories about the land of Mu, it's a sunken continent that no longer exists. Like in the Pacific, like between where Asia and America is, like basically the Pacific Ocean.
Basically, Art Mu would be around where Hawaii is.
Exactly.
Hawaii is the last remnants of that continent.
And then that would make sense of why the king of Hawaii was so adamant on pan-oceanism. And I would like if you was gonna go that route, but then we're still talking about America again. Like you see how that works? Like
yeah, for sure.
It's weird, man.
I got the book pulled up. They claim that the Olmecs were Mers, which is another word for Mer. Olmecs were Mers because they came from Mu. They came from Mu. They say the Olmecs came from Mu. The headdress on the Olmec, old Mexican, resembles a fez.
But the back, they have cornrows, so do the cornrows resemble?
What else?
About the Moors?
Yeah, the turtle shell. What else? What do they say? Hold on. There's some things I give in the book. Let me see what all the more stuff they talk about in this damn book. I'll get to that. Y'all can continue. But yeah, they say the turban because tribes wore turbans over here. Apparently they're fucking Moors. The Seminole wore turbans. The goddamn the Cherokee wore turbans. I think the Navajo, whoever, they wore turbans. They got pictures of Indians wearing turbans. Apparently that makes them from Morocco somehow.
Well, goddamn, are the people from Hindustan Moors too because they wear turbans on their head?
I said that. Like they literally the fucking Shriners, literally white people with goddamn feathers on. Like, bruh. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. What else? What else they got? Because I got the book. Moors. Oh, they pulled out a goddamn Indian with feather in his head. This of a European describing in Orient what an Orient looked like. Moorish called it a goddamn Moorish king. This shit crazy. What else? Swastika, the Moorish king of the Orient. But there's been a lot of pseudo shit. If you scroll through the goddamn Jumbotron, you can see all the goddamn pseudo shit they didn't say it. Hold on. Because he posted videos. Moorish Latin. Latin comes from Moors too, apparently.
Wait, they're really going with that?
Yes. More Latin.
I don't even know what to say about that one, dude. Like, first of all, why would you claim Latin? I mean, it's all right, but like, I wouldn't even. That's not even a flex.
What is that dude? I gotta talk to that dude. I wonder if he's on the real Kush Day. Now he's on Twitter. I dare him to say something. I dare him.
Yeah, I can't stand these Morris niggas, bro. They get on my nerves.
Like, Indian is a slave title.